Hey, welcome back to the Metroball Grid. My name is Andre. Thanks so much for tuning in. It is currently the 22nd of October. It's an okay Sunday afternoon, and we are playing Tag Me Shaper, which I just realized I made this deck about 10 minutes ago. It's the second game that we have no meat damage protection, which is an issue because we're playing against Argus Security. We gotta choose our NV It's nice to have Mars for Martians, but it's not a really great early game card. I think it's good to have cards that we don't get rushed down. Some Econ's fine, but clicking to draw daily cast, it's not terrible. Self-modifying code gets value because it gets us Magnum, and we can always have access to breakers. We have more in the deck, so if we pick the ones here, we're not going to be robbed from self-modifying code, so I think we'll just take all of these. Actually, there's probably value in taking one of those, just in case we need it. So this is a Tag Me Shaper deck. Oh, thanks so much. I was playing Tag Me Anarch a while ago. The idea is you play Counter Surveillance, which lets you access cards based on how many tags you have. This hand's not great. We want to open with Magnum Opus. Yeah, there you go. You Counter Surveillance. Sorry, I probably called it something wrong. You get a lot of tags by playing God of War, which is a card that prints tags, and also in Shaper you have access to Maya, a really underrated console, as long as you don't care about those tags. Oh, also with God of War we have cards like System Seizure, which is pretty cute. We have cards like Code Siphon, which is generally really cute, but the problem is we're playing against a deck that probably is running Boom, and I totally forgot to include meat damage protection. Now normally, when you play Anarchy, you have cards like Obelisk and Yarognev Mercs, which stops you from dying, but in Shaper I blanked on that. So this is going to be really dicey, because taking tags might actually just kill us. Unless we can maybe Maya the Booms away, but then they have like Consulting Visit. Anyways, let's try and set up as good as we can. Getting a credit lead up is good if these decks run hard-hitting news, which they are likely to do. The really cool thing is we go Tag Me. Sometimes their ice doesn't matter, but not often. This is an unfortunate hand because we have to install a couple of these cards, and we can't really. We might want to hold on to System Seizure until they play something like Paywall Implementation. Arcus probably is running a current because they, did I say good luck, have fun? No. Oh, or even Housekeeping. Those are both good, so there's some value in keeping this. We have to throw something out. I think we'll throw out one copy of Maya. We can't really install it anytime soon. And we have two more in the deck. We didn't open with Magnum, which really sucks. So all these other cards are pretty important. That sucks. But we're going to throw out a Maya. Once we throw this out, they know we're Tag Me. Or they might think that we're not Tag Me. Or we're deciding not to go Tag Me. But this is a really interesting card for them to play around. And that may also mean that they have to ice up R&D a bit more. But they might just rush here. Oh, new ice remote. Okay, cool. So let's keep drawing. So here's the chance that we can just drop this down and go Tag Me turn 1, or turn 2, which probably is not the best idea. We have access to another daily cast, which is good. As soon as we take this these credits, though, we're in a bad spot because we will be tagged. The good thing about going Tag Me is their ability actually fuels us. Bad thing is we die. So it's like a pretty thin line we have got going on here. We can also just put this down and not take the tags, which is probably fine. So I'll just mod that down. And then we want to take the tags right away, but at least we have a way to like thread in a remote server. And then let's just get a credit lead. Haven't ran yet, so hard-hitting news isn't an issue, but again, hard-hitting news actually makes us stronger in some ways. Oh, that's surprising. This might be a mistake. But they can always boom us. We'll always have 5 hand size and no way to defend damage. Most of the ways to defend damage now in the game are actually resources, which is really bad. I'm expecting there's a prize sec in there. Do we want to take a tag with 11 credits? They want to score this Atlas probably. Puts them on. One tag isn't an issue. Once we take those 2 tags, that's an issue. In for a penny, in for a pound, right? Alright, we're in. 6 credits, we can charge this. If the meat damage on price hike does one of these, it's really bad. I guess we can click 3 times and run this. There's no Scorched Earth anymore in the meta, right? So we can probably charge this. This is an AI. It's just really expensive to boost. And we'll probably take a price tag damage. Another tag doesn't really hurt. And then we can kind of Mars for Martians maybe and Counter Surveillance and win the game soon. It's a Hortum, which luckily we can break for 4 credits. And we're making them spend money, which is really good because it gets harder and harder for them to boom us. Oh, what did I do? It's 8, not 4. I should have. Oh, no, that's the wrong button. Break us up, and no credits for you. We have 1 credit, so we can't even trash Prisek. Let's just hope Prisek hits something bad. So let's get the agenda first. It's a false lead, so they're definitely running hard-hitting news. So we can probably just die. There you go, Prisek, which they hit their Mars for Martians, which really sucks. GG? I think we have 1 too many tags. Oh no, Prisek gave a tag. And they just draw for the boom, which is a double, so it's either now or never. We did lose our good card here, which would gain us a card and 4 credits next turn, which is alright. But we have to kind of either, that means they don't have one in our in HQ, a boom, so we have to kind of get our Maya down, which we don't have anymore, and really pressure R&D. Which is going to be difficult. We don't have a lot of money. So System Sheet is really good right now. They could turn it off with a hostile takeover. It makes the server a lot cheaper to run. Code Siphon gets us Magnum Opus, which isn't that bad. And a lot of these cards aren't going to be that useful. We need to draw into very specific cards to be able to win at this point. And we definitely need money. We have no Magnum Opus just yet. We lost our 1 good money card that was in our hand. Parisha doesn't really help. They're probably not running a lot of assets. It doesn't let you trash Prisek, which is an upgrade. We could Code Siphon this turn, not that much value. And if they're running, there's a reason to run this, to install this if we're worried that they're running. Okay, let's see if we die now. If they're running, excuse me, Swordsman. Could die here. It's a double. Looks like we're fine. They're also not trashing our daily cast, which is probably the right play. They don't have that much money. What do we have under here? Lady, oh, we do have a Mars for Martians. That's good. So we are threatening the kill, or the win at some points. I don't think we need a Mars for Martians right away. We can actually just start like running so they res ice. We get some accesses. If we take more tags, it makes us stronger. If we hit a boom, we can trash it. It's just a vanilla, which is actually fantastic. I think Ice Wall is so much better in the meta right now because of Makua than vanilla, because almost everyone breaks this for almost nothing. We broke it for nothing. It's a snare. All right. All right, we lost some good cards. Trash snare, yeah. We got a tag though, which is good. Traffic accident, double traffic accident could kill us if we don't draw. I think we'll draw the Mars for Martians. It's one of our better draws here. And we're so lucky we didn't lose this. We only have 2 of these in the deck. They also can't boom us next turn, which is great. We can run again and they don't have snare, and that's generally really good to do. They might actually want to purge. They also can advance this and keep us out. But if they can't hit snare, there's not much that can punish us on these single axes. Sapper, we can break for 2 credits. That's another snare. Fantastic. 1 credit short. We can do that one more time. Get cards out of hand. Actually, maybe we want to keep a couple tokens on this, because now it's harder for us to contest this remote. That's another vanilla, which is not going to do them too good, but we died a double traffic accident. That has to be either they have to top deck it or they have 2 in their hand. We know only 1 card in HQ at this point. Double snare, they're probably feeling pretty good about that. So they can credit boom if they have it. We have an Inti in our deck. What else? We have a lady, so if we don't want to deal with this, for some reason we can get down another breaker. Wait, did we store double lady? Oh no, we have a self-modifying code. That's actually really good. It gets us our Inti, it gets us a Cyber Cipher on R&D, it gets our Magnum Opus, which has some value. And now they have an interesting choice, so we can maybe actually rush them out here. We also don't want to install this because they for sure will trash it. With 3 credits, 4 credits, we actually can probably get through this remote, and we can access the 6 cards. They have snare credits, which snare could kill us on our big dig. But there's 2 out of the game. So it's not impossible, but it's less likely. This is probably the second vanilla, and they might actually have boom. Okay. That's okay. We're taking tags on at a relatively good rate. I don't actually think we need to play that. Okay, now that we have one of those, it's good. We could actually just go Code Siphon to get a Magnum Opus and another tag. Let's figure out if this works. If they res their ice, we can break some of it. It's going to be really expensive, but it's going to be expensive for them, and if they spend money, they can't boom us, so we just have to be as aggressive as possible. This card's neat. It's 4 influence. It lets you install a program for free once we get through, which is nice because we'll have a Magnum and we can just sit on that. Do we want to spend 8? No, I'm fine that they spend 4. Do you want to spend 8 to get a Magnum? Thinking. If we spend 8 on this, we get a free Magnum. 8 for a Magnum is not awful. It also stops them from getting a token. We also know what the server is, so we can actually get a Cyber Cipher with this. which is probably even better than magnum opus. Oh, but 8 for a cyber cipher seems a bit dumb when we have a self-modifying code. But if we put the self-modifying code down, or the magnum opus, we can't tutor with self-modifying code. We don't have enough MU. Ooh, this is hard. I wish we had a bit more bad pub. Let's do it. We don't want to give them the credits. We can also access the top card if we really wanted to. This is vanilla, we're fine. It's the last vanilla. They have all 3 vanillas. Wow. Okay. So, we can install a program from our stack for 6 less. They have no money, so they're not really threatening kill. We can now just magnum opus up. Okay, holding on here. Holding on a wee bit. We're gonna need a lot of credits to get through this. And we'll take another tag here. So they could, in theory, credit boom us next turn. We can't really stop that. If they want to do a consulting visit boom, it's their whole turn and cost them 6, which they're pretty far away from doing. Seeing 10 off top of R&D is good too, because we'll actually like probably hit the boom. So I think we can actually Mars for Martians for value. Oh, we don't draw a card. I forgot about that. Oh, we can't install that first. All right. It's fine. We can just set up for the next turn. Dean Lister's really good. Yeah, Dean Lister's pretty great, but doesn't give us that much value because we're actually going to play these 2 cards. I don't know if that's better than Magnuming. I don't know if we're going to need 20 credits. We can now go see a lot of cards. We still died to Snare. They have 9 credits now. We actually do die to Snare. If there's a 1 Snare, because we can put down Mars for Martians. This gives us 30 credits. We put this down, we run. It costs us 8 to get through the server. And we got to do sooner or later because they have enough money to kill us from hand. So I think we actually have to do this turn and just hope we don't die to Snare. Other option is we don't play this, draw, because this is 8 credits to get through, and we need 10 left over, which is fine. Oh, 11 left over because of this. So we can actually draw once so we don't die to Snare. Install this. And this is the last one. No, we have one other in the deck. Thinking. All right. So what do? We could, yeah, draw once, install our counter surveillance, run. We'll have 19. We spend 8 on that server, leaving us with 11. So we can access 10 cards. Yeah, I think we have to do that. So we don't die to Snare, because there's this not an insignificant chance we die to Snare. That doesn't help that much. This helps eventually, but we can always trash boom. They're probably running 2 booms, so it might actually be difficult. So we'll go R&D. We can also access all of HQ, which has some value, but if they have a counter surveillance in there, or sorry, consulting visit, there's not much we can do. So we'll break all of it. We don't want to give them money. As much as 9 credits is probably all they need to kill us. And access exactly 10 cards. Hortzum. Okay, it's fine for them to draw that. Boom, alright, 1 out of the game. Beanstalk coming up. Archer, good to know. That's a really scary. So that's the 3rd down. Oaktown is good. We'll take a tag from that for sure. Hostile will take a tag from that. Makes us even stronger. Project Atlas will take a tag from that. Oh man, do we just have it here? Atlas, we do! Oh man, okay. They weren't drawing agendas, we were. Oh wow. IPO and Hunter Seeker. That's their restricted card. Good game. Oh man, we were on the clock. That's really cool. So this deck probably should have a way to deal with damage. We had to get through all that really quickly. That was a very fortunate run. Like, we got a lot of agenda points. We got 7 in 1 run. Seeing 10 cards, I don't know where they're seeing 7. That's a bit... Oh no! Oh shit! So they had archive memories in hand, so they archive memories boom if that didn't work. We had 1 more click, so we could run HQ, but again, that doesn't really matter. If we had a bit more time, it's actually best... I don't know if you want to Maya the boom, because they can still consulting visit it. But that was a bit too close. That's the idea what this deck can do. It's pretty lean. A lot of times you install 1 more breaker than this. Getting a Maya down early is really good. A Cyber Cipher on the server also would be nuts. But we had to go way faster, because we understood taking tags is bad. 3 times advanced Hortzum. Or get money. Neato. Yeah, that's above curve. This deck has been a lot of fun. It really has been. You can actually camp remotes because you have Magnum Opus, and then once you're ready, just charge on R&D, and that's kind of cool. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to see the deck list, it's always in the description below. Hey, welcome back to the Match Ball Grid. My name is Andre. Thanks so much for tuning in. It is currently the 22nd of October. It's a Sunday afternoon, and we're playing Tag Me Shaper against Cerebral Imaging, which actually is probably a pretty fun matchup because we can access a lot of cards. We can actually access all of HQ and a lot from R&D, so we have a chance of winning. So we want to pick our NV RAM with Ayla. Good luck, have fun. Thanks, you too. And what do we want to open with? It's good to have money early, that's for sure. We're running an AI breaker, which is good if they want to run things like, what's his face? Oh wow. Loki and Mother Goddess, so that's good. We want to start with money. This technically equals Magnum Opus. This card gets some value if you can borrow the combo card, so I want to take that. Drawing a Diesel and then playing the Diesel is not actually a really good tempo because you're spending 2 clicks to draw 3 cards. It's barely better than, I'd rather just draw that. Having access to this card is generally good. Gordian Blade, we'd rather self-modifying code that if we need it, but we'll probably pay Cyber Cipher because they're not building a lot of remotes. So we'll go Daily Casts and our console. And this hand only has 1 good card in it, which is the Magnum Opus. So I think we actually have to mulligan this on the fact that, oh, is this terrible? Because we can install Magnum Opus, then self-modifying code for our Tag Me card, and then we have Equivocation, which is good. Actually, I think we'll keep this. This might be a mistake, but this is just only keepable because of this card. That's our restricted card, is our Econ Engine, so let's see if this works out. Been having a lot of success with this so far. We played 2 games before this, won both of them. We generally want to keep their economy down if you can. Face playing into an architect sucks, but if they don't have money, it's good. HQ accesses are great early in the game, and they kept their hand. So let's see if they res. Worst case is an architect, but we also want to find out what kind of deck they are, because there's a lot of different Cerebral Imaging. Sometimes they're kill decks, sometimes they're fast advance, sometimes they're glacier decks, and IPO tells us nothing besides they're going to have a lot of credits next turn. And we don't want to run second click, because Fairchild will absolutely destroy us. We don't have enough clicks to put down the daily cast. We would like to do that. I think we just have to hit this up twice. Now we're weak to Rototurret because we have a program on the board. We want to get our self-modifying code down, and Ultraviolet. CI is kind of nuts. I don't know if you've played against CI in this new meta. That's probably Brian Stinson, which we have to respect. It could also be Ash, but we're going to play around Brian because Brian Stinson is incredible when you play this card for 1 click and you gain 10 and draw 4. Brian Stinson's a bit busted. So we're definitely going to make sure we have enough money. If we draw, install our self-modifying code, yeah, we'll have enough money. So it's like you drew it on the top of your deck, except you controlled it. There's some value to that. If we want to pull out our God of War, which we do, it's going to be 6 credits, which we can play out of, but we're not contesting any remotes, and they might go for the MC Austerity play soon enough. All right, I think we're actually going to do this on our turn, so we can get a tick on it. So let's pull up the God of War. And we can give a tag before our turn starts, and we are off. I did that the wrong window, but that's fine. So now we have breakers, so we can face check Fairchild, in theory, and pay 12 credits, which is bad. Or is it 10 credits? I think it's 10 credits, which is not great, but you can always click through it. So we'll just keep our money up because we need to. And we can now next turn multi-access 2 cards, which is obviously very good. Their hand size is also pretty low. That running HQ is good, but I don't know what's in that remote. Ash, definitely. And dang, like just the amount of credits they have in card draw, it's insane. It's very hard to interact with this. So I think we have to build up for our multi-access win. That's kind of largely it. If we get another way to tag ourselves like Maya down, that'll be very good for us. I think we want to do that. Equivocation is not that great with CI because just about anything you make them draw is good because they put those cards in their deck so they can draw them. So I think we'll just try and threaten burning some of their combo cards. Maybe that actually shuts them off. But with Austerity, there's very little that they can't do. And it's another Ultraviolet. I think they'll ice up R&D if they can. Oh, new remote. That's wild. Okay, I think we can run. We can click through a lot of things. But we want to run and get some Maya value. It also gives us tags, which is really good. It's one of the reasons to play this in Shaper. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Gross. Oh no, it's really bad. We gotta keep their money out of fire. Alright, so it's just Sandberg. It's just full Glacier. We have no counter to this. We can always run through Architect. It doesn't really end the run, but they can get an ice on top of R&D. That's bad. Yeah. There probably means they're running less ice that we can click through. Like if they're running a Fairchild 3.0, we can always click through it. So this is not amazing. And we can bury one card on the bottom of their deck. And this was the third card, so the top card's unlikely an agenda. And they also could play around it where they put an agenda on top, assuming we'll Maya the top card. So we have a bit of a Yomi space going on here. Alright, they installed from HQ. That's good. So IPO. If they, yeah, I guess it's bad if they draw it. We just want tags more than anything. So we have System Seizure and Dean Lister, which is actually really good. It lets us deal with big ice. So we can probably set up our win relatively, hopefully soon enough. We might actually want to run a card that says if you access agenda, get another agenda point, like the current. That's probably good to include for this deck. This deck is by far not polished. I don't know what we're drawing into. This is probably an agenda, but we can't face check it because their ice will be stupid big. Equivocation gets some value, but we need to keep our money up. And another Magnum. Not a lot of value there. So we can multi-access for 5 next turn. That's okay. They have a lot of cards in their deck. You can always just run through that, but it seems like probably a mistake. If they have a Cyberdex Fire Suite, oh, that's an agenda. Which obviously we can't run. If it's a Roto Turret, it's going to be strength 5? No, it would be 21 credits, which is strength 4. Which is not awful. But I'm assuming we want to make them spend money. We might as well do this. We can Dean Lister to get through this and actually maybe charge the server, which isn't terrible. Because this will be strength 4 for the remainder of the run. They might actually not expect that. Because we can probably get through this server. It's actually probably to do draw, and drop this run. It saves us more money. We only have to pop this. I guess they can always trash it because we're tagged, but we only have to pop this if we need to pop this. So it's a strength 5 vanilla. Generally annoying, but we're losing one of our tricks here. But I think we're going to get this agenda. It's a Turing, which we can't break by AI. Well played. Very well played. Nice. So at least we made him spend 4 credits. Oh boy. And we lost our Dean Lister, which is super valuable for charging R&D. So let's see what they have for 5. If they have elective upgrades, that's really bad for us. That is really bad, because now they can win the game in 2 turns. If you score this, you win the game, generally. So we have to go really fast. What do we want? This draws us 6 credits and a card. We need to get tags fast. There's some value in running HQ, but it's not great. This is good. System Seizure is good. We just need to get this down and get money. We need to... I think we're going to lose. We don't have Clop. We're going to lose relatively quickly. Turing on R&D is also an issue, so there's some value in getting a self-modifying code on the table. We can't really scavenge for a code gate breaker because we don't have access to that. But we want to keep the scavenge in case. Nah, it's unlikely for that to be useful. I think the equivocation is going to get a lot less value than anything else. I think we just lose in 2 turns. Because they definitely have. There's only 2 more 3/2s in the game, but with biotic upgrades, biotic labor, you can score a 4/2s, and that's the game. So we have to go off this turn. This also could be an Ash on HQ, which, if we want to run HQ, goofs up our plans. So this just gains us 8 credits, which is not bad for a card. It costs 1 influence. So we can run HQ and see 8 cards. There's a chance that it doesn't lose us the game. We can also run the top of R&D, but it's more likely that we need to run HQ this turn. The only problem is we don't know what that ice is, and if it's a Fairchild, they can end the run. No, they can't end the run. No, we're fine. If it's a Turing, we're just boned. So if it's a Turing, we actually have to trash one of these to install the self-modifying code. So we can cyber cipher in 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're good. So we'll play this first. Play this. Put this. And we'll run HQ for 8 cards. It's the best we got. And it's unlikely to win the game. There's a chance it wins the game, right? We can get all the agendas. And it's a Satyr Adaptive Barrier, which costs 10 to break, which still means we have enough credits. The only problem is then they can Brian Stinson. So we also can self-modifying code for our dog friend, which will cost us, I don't know what it costs. I think it costs 4 to install. What's our dog cost? Let's check real quick. I forget what the math on Lady is. I haven't played her in a while. Lady is 3 or 4 to install. 4 installs will be 6. And it costs 8. So it's 2 credits cheaper. It's also a permanent breaker. 2 credits cheaper. It's 8. Yeah, let's go for it. We also won't draw it. So no matter what, they'll be able to Brian Stinson here. Even Ash. So we're going to see 8 cards. Reversed accounts. Oh, man. Such Brian Stinson value. Oh, we're not going to trash that. Fairchild 3. That's a restricted card, so no food. This shouldn't be a surprise. Violet level clearance. Yeah, we'll trash it, whatever. They're going to play with Brian Stinson. Another Fairchild. Elective. Ooh, that's good. Successful. Oh, wait a second. All right. Third, they have all Fairchilds. Another Sandberg. Can't afford that. Brian Stinson. All right. That's probably a good game. Oh, man. They had it in there. We just need to get one more. That was the best close. That was actually relatively close. They definitely had the agenda in there, and it looks like it's even a 3-2. So we had a chance of winning that. It's kind of what you need. You need a big HQ run. If you're doing a 1 turn, this is probably not terrible. It's probably not the worst. But man, CI is nuts. I sort of fear Netrunner is going to turn into what we just did. I don't know about that. We'll see. CI is kind of nuts. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned. We'll have more coming up on the channel real soon. Ciao.